sit down. Left a bad taste on my tongue, but my appetite's been growing now. I can see you crawling in your skin, but no one's coming out to hold you close. I'm pouring out the gasoline, so say hello to all my ghosts.
Hello everyone and welcome to Office Showdown. I am Kurt and joined with me, as always, is Shmergan. How are you doing, Shmergan? How are you?
Hi,
We're
I'm
back
doing pretty
with
good.
some More Valorant.
Another week, another game of Valorant. And what is nice about this one today is that it shows we have variety. I think we've had a different map like every week.
Sorry, they don't have the context of why it's variety. I love how you say variety. Yeah, it's a different map. It's the same.
Yeah, it's a different
teams.
map. Similar
At least
teams
they pick
though.
Yeah. I thought you were going to play on that fact that it is in fact a variety only in terms of that visual. But yes, we are going to have the Logitech G side. We're going to have Nativz on the other side. So once again, we're going to be seeing some similar names. Should be exciting nonetheless. We have a new map. What is the new map, Morgan? What's the...
Well, it's tried and true. It's a classic in the eyes of many, but to the eyes of only Office Showdown, is to the eyes of few, it is Ascent that we're going to. Which has gone through, ever since the changes, the comps have changed drastically. Like, with the comps have not been, I wouldn't call it normally over these last couple of weeks at the Office Showdown. But this is a good time to make something wacky work on Ascent. So I want to see something different. I don't want to see Sova, KO, Jet, Omen, you know, I want to see something weird. Give me like a Vice, give me a Waylay, give me a something different. Even a Chamber, just something. We still got a lot to cook on this Ascent map, you know?
Exactly. So sometimes it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, and a lot of teams we found just are sometimes just not adjusting, just out of stubbornness, some may say. But at the end of the day, the map has changed, so you must change with the times. So I am hoping similarly that we are going to get new comps, new everything, something wacky, something fun. We did see the side of Nativz win it out last time, so interested to see exactly what's going to happen this time around, if we can see the Logitech G side change their fate and do something new.
I'm no surprise that Kovac is picking up the Rays, no matter what map.
Dread it, run from it.
The Bucky will come for you.
Playing it out before the visual effects updates.
I'm getting baited with hovers here. Septimus the tried and true Sage. Not a bad map to pick the Sage, to be fair.
No,
it's giving me like throwbacks to like the Ratatouille clip. Being wished back into like the Navi days when Sugetsu would play Sage on this map. And he would just wall off Cat every time and just sit on the wall. Oh my god.
That's exactly what's going to happen as well. I have zero doubts that is exactly what's going to happen. Actually, I'm having some doubts, a few doubts. But we're going to see exactly what it is. We are looking at some changes, some not changes. Nothing as wacky as we want, I think, is probably the saddening truth.
I don't mind. As Rays, like, I feel like a skilled Rays on Ascent is underappreciated, I think. And like entering into A as Rays when you do it right looks really cool. Like, you can get on top of Jenny, you can go on top of the weird box on close right to try to take a fight onto Heaven. You can just go straight into Heaven. You could go barreling up into Cat. Like, there's a lot of volatility here.
Yeah, a huge amount of options, especially for, you know, Kovac, who, as we've stated multiple times, they are very much experienced on the Rays. Just, in terms of hours played, I think it's going to be a high one.
Maybe percentage time played compared to other agents.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's like over 1,000 hours according to production.
Yeah.
A measly 1,000 hours on Rays.
It's going to be an early wall, just going to pop that down, and it is going to get time to settle. So they blocks for a moment, and it's going to give a lot of info that night.
No slows though, so you're going to try to get a chance now. Liv is taken out, and now the rest of the hit has to be spurred on here. Kovac straight in with the shorty. And Random's getting desperate to bring the numbers back, and he can't do it.
That counted as a headshot?
As long as one of them hits the head.
Yeah, the one that kills them has to hit the head, and then it's a headshot. That's all that matters. Buying up the buggy there, but just simple execute. You know, they get slowed by the wall, they break it down, and they just take the fights cleanly. Liv kind of splits up the defense though with that kill in mid with the Sheriff. They take some space. They force them to be just a bit spread out, especially towards Market, which just opens it up for Rays to satchel in, force the smokes to cause some chaos, and that gives them so much to work with. Now, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What if we just do it again?
Yeah, it's straight back into B. Open sight. Plant's gonna be down now. How far do they go? Liv looks like they're just gonna be this mid lurk every round. Did it last time, doing it again, holding it down. Okay, just about gets there. And meanwhile, it's Carnage out in CT. 4v2 here. Septimus actually takes down Kovic after missing the Bucky shot, but no more to be found. 3 stay alive for Nativz.
Not bad damage, but still round is taken nice and easy. So now 0-2. Hoping to see them start with something strong here now. They should be able to get the buyout, get their weapons, try to quill some of this damage, but we're going to see exactly what they can do on this Nativz side. If they give way, if they give too much space for that Bucky to break through, if they don't do some due diligence. We are going to see the same thing happen again, though. So it is really up to them to see it. It is going to be a heavy ace stack, though, on that defense. So not even having a short side, so the rotates are going to be long. Slowed down, though. Kind of take a pause now. But the death in mid is huge to lose, and the site should be lost. But Random is in a great spot to take some shots, to take some kills, but only good for the one still, slowing them down. Could have been enough, could have done something there, but Kovac is good for the triple, just cleans up there as everyone's rotating in through the defender's spawn. Cannot do anything, and that is third on the board for Nativz.
Yeah, that's not good if you're Logitech now. Bonus round picked up by Nativz. And it's with, I think Funky Fresh just went for a little peek out into mid, taken down by Liv, just holding with the Bulldog again in mid. Like they just live here. Don't step into their territory. This Killjoy is always looking at mid, no matter where the hit's going.
Oh, and good for the first though. Tomato gonna stay alive as well. Not gonna get hit by the shells fully. Has to use the dismiss, but Kovac makes their way in. Showstopper popped.
Oh,
they get taken out, so that is a trade.
That is the spike as well. Alex has the spike. What is this spot? There we go.
They're just having a little bit of chaos here, a little bit of push. But it's going in favor of the Logitech side. And Septimus Soul is just going to swing on out with the Spectre. Going to take that. And now trying to upgrade. Not going to be able to pick up that Vandal, but still good round to win. Great opportunity now. Easily going to rebuy, though, for the Nativz side. But they got themselves on the boards. Logitech can now push forward here. And Septimus Soul, we weren't seeing them having the best of times previously. But starting early off, it might not be the team winning it out. Put 4 kills for themselves, you know, taking some early blood.
Blind their scout.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be able to keep it up. Random's gonna know all about this early hit here. I mean, if they're seeing both duelists, it's got to be fast towards B. Is the Cypher setup good enough? It got 1 kill last time. It's got another one now. Doubled up as well. Make that a triple. Random's taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, Neural Theft is popped. And that is huge. They know everything. And now in this 2v5, they're really just stuck here. They're grouped up, though. They're trying to see what they can do. Have a smoke to help with the cross here, but no matter what, you're facing up so much. Maybe if you can get a position, you can take onto the site. It's going to be difficult. But if you do, you got the Sentinel on hand. You can try to run something. You did take out Random, just spamming through, and now we got to see there's back sight, though. You got to be careful of Funky Fresh, who's sitting back with the Judge, but a little bit too hesitant. Cavalry is coming. Tomato's good for the 1, good for the 2. Jackie's going to be able to get a kill back, but that is the round once again on Logitech.
Yeah, 2-3 now. And I think Nativz have got to come up with a different game plan. It's just been hit B the whole game so far. What if we hit A, though? What if we went to the other side of the map?
Oh, I see them.
Oh, they agree. Here we go. You can see the mind at work.
Neurons firing between each other. Like a
Ideas
network,
bouncing throughout the room in the Discord call right now. Guys,
like electricity.
let's hit a right turn when we spawn in. And let's go towards A. Oh, spotted out though. I think only one. Yeah, only one. But Random is still confident to take all this space over B.
Can't use that.
Logitech know that this is going to be an A hit now, and Hodor is ready for us.
Yeah, they might be
And
taking out,
Alex
they might have
is
taken
not
the
ready for
fights.
Random peeking out.
Yeah, that aggro is really good from Random because it means those rotates can just stick on in. They're gonna pull back a little bit though, but so much space got taken early towards B. They're gonna have to try to retake that if they want any kind of chance here. And Hodor is still just the firing squad sitting back here towards A. Liv catches him trying to throw a cheeky flash, but still 4 versus 2 is a great spot to be in. They can just pop the smoke. They can try to take some space here. The spike is in the hands of Liv, and Kovect is sitting up, sitting back, waiting, hoping for someone to walk into the crosshairs of that Bucky. But a good double up here between Septimus Soul and Funky Fresh. As now Septimus Soul just has to pull the trigger here. The op shot misses, but the Vandal hits. They're going to get the door down. They are going to try to get the spike down as well. But this 3v1 should be able to go the way of the Nativz. Or of the Logitech side, apologies.
Oh,
And yes, we
wait.
can see some magic happen here. Liv just going to be tapping away.
Oh, the heal
Has
is
all the
insane.
That's a huge amount of damage to deal. Funky Fresh gets
Oh.
shot down, and now 1 versus 1. 44 HP. We're going to have to see them do some work here. They need to hit one more bullet. That's all it's going to take here. The time is ticking, and they need to do something. It's going to be difficult. They need to do absolute theatrics, and they will. They've been
4!
able to do
Oh
some
my
work here. They've tried to find the 4 key. They find the kill, they find the round, and they find the defuse. That is 3-3 here, and Septimus Soul having a great time here. Doing some work, saves the op up as well. So 3-3, money in the bank. This is a huge recovery of that start.
Yeah, Liv almost made a good argument for it though. It was such a good like 1-2 punch though that they had set up there between Funky Fresh and Septimus Soul at 3.
Yeah, playing for that peak. The op shot might have missed, but being able to take out Kovect, give them that space was really, really good here. And they've
Back to
they're
Old
switching up.
Faithful.
A didn't work. So now, go back to B.
This is a decent way to play against the Cypher setup. Just lock down, but guys, we need to make sure we destroy the util after we see it. Otherwise, Random is going to get way too much info.
And the cam stays up long
There
enough
we
to
go.
get some of that info. But,
And
taken out.
there you go. Jackie was in a spot there in mid, waiting for somebody to push out onto top. And now it's created all this anxiety for the people trying to retake.
Yeah, and not going back to main, going back through the mid could be a huge one. They can get the backstab once again. Tomato, though, is in Emperor's form and getting some picks. They've gotten 2 so far. Able to just pull back with that dismiss. They need to be checking the flank, and they will. Watching and ready. Random
Oh
is revived, and
my!
Tomato takes the heads off. As we're going to see the defuse come on in. That is 4-3. And a 4 in the row to cause it. That is a huge recovery of all of these rounds. And it's been so many different moments. All the players really helping out, whether through util or the kills.
Yeah, Tomato really coming alive that round, turning at just the right time to catch Jackie out on the lurk. Right when I was saying it might have been the winning play, just for Jackie to get that kill and then live until the right moment, but instead they die at the right moment for Logitech, and they've taken the lead now.
Yeah, huge to have that kind of thought process, to have the intuition to check behind. Now we're going to see what they can do on this starter round, and it's going to be Funky Fresh with that op on the Omen to take the first. Huge kill the drone. Going to catch Hodor in terms of info. They're pulling back though, and the nade is going to be good to be able to pull them out of the close corner. They're going to have to run away to stay alive. And they're going to get caught up on that run back. Kills though being traded out. Kovacs is going to be good for another. Staying alive, their teammates fall, but they can maybe do this spike plant. Sitting safely around Jen. Flashes are pop out Tomato, but he's all alone. The short player is not going to be in a position to help out, and they are going to be taken out as well. I think the neural theft was popped just for confirmation as needed, but the kill came in way too quick for it to actually have any effect.
Yeah, Randy's got the finger on the trigger for that neural
The moment
theft.
you see it, the moment there's even the possibility of get me a corpse.
Me when there's a corpse. I can finally stop spamming the voice line. Okay, Alex has got Hunter's Fury here. We also have Showstopper. This is a good round to do a very quick offense. But look at how far back Hodor is playing. They've been playing so close to A main every round so far, and this time when there's 2 ults online, that would make it very hard to play on site. They play off. It's smart stuff.
Yeah, these change-ups really working out for them. Just keeping it always flexible, always moving. That knife not going to find anything.
Uh-oh.
Get shot out. The nade is
Okay.
going to be good. And now they have the sight. This is massive. Alex can maybe just play this close plant, try to sit back with the Hunter's Fury. They still have the Showstopper if it's needed as a safety precaution. The wall that was once a boon is now taking away from the round here as they try to culminate towards short. Funky Fresh misses a shot as well and gets taken out for the trouble. Kovac good for it, and now they have to come on through, but they're fighting into the firing squad. And they're just stuck behind the smoke here. Going for a little bit too aggressive a fight still. That could spell disaster here, but for now they are just going to be dotting their T's and crossing their I's. I think that's the term.
Yeah, you're right. I hate that you made me think way too long about that. But yes. Natives are back on the board.
Yeah, able to recover.
Without using any of the ults I was just talking about as well, which I'm kind of surprised about. I was really expecting Kovac to just send it into A with the ult and try to catch out Hodor, who's been playing so close to A main every round so far.
Yeah, I'm surprised about the lack of Showstopper. At least for the Hunter's Fury, you know, you can be holding that for the post plant. You know, it's just a good deterrent to have. But for now, just gonna be doing what they did, but keeping it the way it was. A is the target. They're gonna stick to that. There's some good presence here, but Liv is gonna take a Funky Fresh on that short peak, and now the presence is really forced back. Now we're spreading, we're forcing some rotates here. We're hitting the Showstopper. Kovac now just gonna get shot out. Actually, they cannot sit in the corner. They get caught off. Dismiss is dropped as Tomato takes S. 3 versus 3 is a good spot to be in though, as Alex has no one defending them in this. They went to plant the spike, but still in main is Jackie and Liv, forced back to fight another day. But this 2v3, no spike in hand. It's gonna be a difficult thing to do. They do have a From the Shadows though, if they want to maybe.
Yeah, they're gonna go for it, I think. Do they know? Do they know? Did the knife tag anybody? If that knife didn't tag anybody, I'm calling, guys. Group huddle over the spike.
Yeah, everyone did
30 seconds left.
to get on it.
Yeah, they're not doing it. Man, this is like the second or third time now we've seen this situation where I'm like, this would be 5 heads. Like the clip, think of the clip potential, guys. If everybody sat on top of the spike right now and read that they were going to do From the Shadows.
10 seconds left.
Okay, Randy is
they're
already
ready to
on
go
the
for
way
it.
though.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't get enough here. They only had the one of Tomato trying to do it, but the rotate has come in quickly. It is just random though.
Oh, he's going to wait for his teammates.
Yeah, not going to overplay it. Good to get the first pick to force Jackie into this position. And now they can play for it. They know exactly where he is for now. Still just waiting for the rest of the team. He has some smokes he can pop, but for now it is just going to be trying to pick the right corner. Speedway is shot. You're going to hear that shot and need to get these kills, but nothing is going to be found by Jackie as Random gets a third in the round, and really good early rotate, really good taking out Live there. Even with the from the shadows, take the spike, go for the plant.
Catch your breath. Not that I need to, of course.
Actually, yeah, once again, a Jackie coming in and not playing Cypher. How could we let this happen twice? I think he got it last time he was playing. But not this time.
He got his one.
He got his one. I guess a one is all he gets here. You know, it's just it's like limit testing, you know. We can get good with more than one character, right? Like we're good all the time, you know. We can be iconic for more than one character. There you go. That's a better way to put it.
Yeah. No, Schmergen's just saying that they suck at every other character.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But we gotta see. Is this execute gonna work out here? And it looks like it's gonna kind of fall apart. The drop here. Septimus Soul gets a bit of a strenuous spray down. Does get it in the end though. S can be fighting for their life now though. They do know where the last is. Both sides in this 1v1. Funky Fresh and S. We have it from the shadows. We have a Blade Storm, but we have them holding for that, seeing that trickle from the TP. S gets a 3 in the round and gets themselves 1 round differential. They're 6-5 in favor of Logitech.
Potential for 6. Alex is still yet to use. I have not seen the Hunter's Fury once this half. It's gotta happen this round. And there isn't too much on the other side. I mean, to be fair, if you look at the Logitech side ult-wise, they really only have like 2 impact ults in the null command and the res. And the res is fairly situational.
Yeah,
So I'm a little, it's a little like 50-50 on if these ults are actually like good.
Yeah, for now, don't know. They get caught by the knife there. Sitting back, letting it happen. That flash. Gonna hold. Oh, Tomato is playing for this.
Oh no.
Flash out. The timing is terrible, and Coavect is just gonna sprint them out. What looked like a nice little setup to try to take themselves B is gonna fall apart and give way for the 6-6 half. The spike is planted. 5v3 is set up. Alex might.
He's playing
Use the
in
Hunter's
sight when he
Fury.
has the Hunter's Fury online. Why is this man not playing in B main? That's a good from the shadows though. Now they have the idea that somebody is going to be flank or yeah, you should after you pop the from the shadows like that. Oh, and there's Hunter's Fury finally used and has taken down Randy.
Yeah, they pop into it for a second. They run out, but then they run in. And now 2 versus 3.
Player standing.
Peeked out though. Alex perfectly times it and actually swivels for the second as well. 3rd in the round. So that is a 6-6 half. They recover it nicely.
Switching sides.
There was that 5-round streak in the middle that was huge for Logitech, but they could not hold it down, especially after that early pistol. So this is huge. For either side is a big opportunity here to set up, go for something.
Okay, what does this attack side look so we have double duelist going on for Nativz, but we have the double senti on a 6-6 when they started defense.
Yeah, Random has been doing work, but they just have not been able to. I think that those early 3 losses were huge, and then not being able to stick the landing at the end of the half gonna be costly.
What do you do here? I think you have to just completely send it with the 5 flashes that you have with this comp.
Spike down A.
Yeah.
Unfortunately though, we're still Hodor. Where is Hodor going with the spike?
Yeah, just walks in, tries to take a fight, gets taken out here, and now Alex gonna be good to take out Funky Fresh. They're gonna be forced down.
Oh, that's a
into
good
the
dart.
position. Yeah, that That shock is going to murder Septimus Soul here, and Tomato's just going to sit back and try to fight for it, but the 3 players there, the doubling up in the back means that taken out, and that is going to be 7th on the board for Nativz here, who take back the lead that was lost ever so briefly.
Yeah, back on top, back to winning ways is Nativz now. I mean, if they manage to get the bonus like they did last half as well, it's especially rough because of the kind of comp that Logitech are running here. Like there is zero in like the camera and the knife. The knife is still like 50-50 info though. Oh, nice outlaw.
Not the best opportunities here.
Oh,
Starting us off.
just
S is good, but Tomato with the classic will be good for another here. But short-lived, as Liv's good for the rest of them, as they're just going to sit back with them and Ares in hand.
I can't believe just like the disrespectful nature of Tomato running down into mid with the classic and just owning Alex. with two left clicks to the dome.
It's that easy, man. You just shoot him.
That's that easy. My classic doesn't work like that though.
It
I need the
never
aliens
does.
to come back and give me some of that power. This is where you want to make a mark though if you're Logitech. You can't be letting the bonus go through like it did last half.
No, they need to be able to recover here. They need to be able to take themselves just to the 1 round difference here. And that's the way you got to start it. You got to pick off the first kill. Alex gonna get brought down, and a lot rotating away from the A site here, so they could rotate quickly as they are up too short to cat to tree. Try to take themselves on the side, take the plant, and turn this into a nice 5v4 retake. It's going to be difficult to complete.
And outlaw in play here. It's going to be a little scary. There's 2 players that are one shot to this outlaw in Random and Septimus Soul. Tomato though is setting things up very nicely for Logitech to win this retake. Kovac has something to say though. And time is starting to dwindle down. You got to start making a play here. But the hold from Logitech is too strong. 8-7 now. Still a lead for Nativz, but not as great of a lead as they had at the start of this game. Even footing now, and Tomato has the Empress. If there's one thing that I've got from playing a little bit of Reyna recently is that you just pop the Empress. It costs very little compared to other ults. So you just get to pop that a lot, especially if you're having a game where you're at least going positive like Tomato is. Like, just pop it and just go. You don't know when it's suddenly going to be around that you just get a 4K and you take into your own hands. You just have that potential as Reyna.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
You know, create as much situations as you can, and Kovac will do just that. They might not have Empress, but they do have 2 heads taken out. 4 versus 3 now. Turning it around. That is huge here. Septimus Soul, though, gonna try to take some space, try to go ahead. And Kovac is ready and thirsty for more blood. That nade is gonna not be enough. Gonna try for the fight, but not gonna be able to take the kill. And Septimus Soul is not gonna be able to take the shots either. Funky Fresh falls as well, so they might have won the bonus, but the next round it was just a cleanup with Kovac taking the wheel.
Okay, 7-9. See, now you're in a spot where it's like, oh, we have to eco. Oh, but I have my ult that makes my gun shoot faster, and it's like, well, I guess I can't use it until next round. They're actually going for the classic. I mean, the classic has been going pretty well for them so far. Can I blame them, really? It's just Kovac here.
Out of targets.
Yeah, they're alone, but it is still going to be a Phantom up against pistols.
You say that?
But it's random dismissal.
Oh,
Good for the one, but Liv is going to be good for the refrag. 4 versus 3. They might be able to get the plant down, but I don't think much else consolation is going to be given away. Yeah, they're going to get it down. Set from Soul Falls is just down to 2 and 1 and 0 as Jackie takes the last. The spike is going to be diffused, getting Nativz to double digits. So it might have been strenuous to start, but I think they've found their footing and they've gotten themselves into a good spot here. It is going to be enough money for a buy now, though, for the side of Logitech.
I'd say it's do or die now. Logitech don't get this. It might be curtains. You're looking at 11-7 then. Kovac has a showdown as well.
Yeah, these huge ults are starting.
And then
to
again,
come
you
alive.
look at the Logitech team, and you're like, oh yeah, they're close to, what ult is good here? Like, none. Except for Null Command. And Rez's 2 is really situational.
Yeah, it could have a massive impact, or it could just be a free ult point for the opposing team if it does not land well enough here. For now, it's setting up towards B, but holding themselves some presence.
Now, if
Maybe able to-
Kovac's based, he pops the showstopper and sends it through the window. I don't know if they're a real one like that though.
ready
No,
for
okay,
that.
they're gonna hear the runaway though.
Yeah, huge to the steps of Hodor there. Tomatoes still just sticking around though. Dalward and themselves. This heavy setup towards A. It's only 3 attackers, but it's 4 defenders have moved themselves over Kovac.
Oh, instant rotate off. Look at that. Liv is gone already.
Instant rotate. More rotates coming in, but no sound is going to be followed up off
30 seconds
the
left.
back of that.
Oh,
That is
it's a masterclass.
Huge moment to kind of throw at them. But they're not going fast enough on the attacking side. They need to start taking this site, otherwise they're going to fall apart here. And Jackie's good for 1. Alex is good for another over towards 3.
Spike
So they're
down A.
slowed down, they're
10
stopped
seconds
out. And now it might be some good flanks, it might be some nice positions here.
Standing.
But they have no time and they have no luck. It's going to be 11-7 here as Septimus Soul is just going to be forced back and I guess save themselves a Vandal in hand. But
Let them
really
try to
trying a lot there, but not moving off on the pace that they needed to. Because they got the rotates off. They forced everyone off the A site with minimal utility. They just didn't hit the shot off of it.
Yeah, the paranoia that Jackie sent though was really,
Perfect.
really good. Like you could not have timed that one better to hold back the A hit there. Jackie was aware. Everybody else in the sea of chaos, Jackie was the rock, saying yes, they can still go A here, guys. Had the paranoia out, stalled it, and allowed the teammates to rotate back in.
Yeah, they're going to pop through. They flash through. Random is going to run down and get caught. Alex, Jackie, the 3 sit back on the site, take the fights. And no one is going to be taken there as Hodor falls 12-7. And as you said, I think round 17 was the nail in the coffin because the last 2 have just fallen apart there with the lesser weaponry, with the attempts. They might have weapons this round, but it's going to be an uphill battle to try to recover anything.
Yeah, the ult economy is surging at the moment for both sides. There's only 1 off for all the other ults on Logitech as well, but when you compare them to Nativz, it's Coughing Baby versus versus Hunter's Fury.
I know exactly where you are.
Yeah, they need to get some going early. They do. Random does get a kill. Matter gets
There it
taken
is.
out, but huge. Oh, Hunter's Fury is going to get popped. Not going to take any kills. Going to deal a little bit of damage though, but it's forced back the null command as well. That has gotten absolutely zero value from that. They were not able to push forward. They get an opportunity to do anything. Still a 4 versus 3 advantage, but that is huge. 5 as
Okay, there
well,
we
that-
go.
That's a great res to just keep pushing this advantage, keep it going. Oh, they're able to TP into Boathouse as well, so everything's kind of coming up. They just need to win these fights. They need to not let S just burn them down. And they're going to be good for one on the cross as random falls, but Spike is down. Rotates have to come in, and there's a timer now for the native side to try to retake this.
Oh, it's caught both as well. You know, yeah, no flank going on. Oh, Logitech should know everything, but Jackie is still somehow finding kills. Tomato, though. Keeping things in the favor, but Jackie is on a rampage at the moment! And is backed up by S, the full house, to close out Ascent.
That was such a strong setup in a fight. It was a 5v4 or 4v3 in the end. S caught the one on the cross, and just everyone sitting back, everyone taking these simple fights. They're just not able to win it out from the side of Logitech. That is a really good retake to finish it out. Just keeping it simple, keeping it plain, even with the info that was had for the Logitech side. They weren't able to capitalize off it. Those fights, those trades just didn't go in their favor there. And to top it all off, S just gets a triple on the round.
Yeah, S had a pretty good game. It was a big glow up between the first half and the second half. The first half, I feel like they were mostly at the bottom of their team's leaderboard, and then towards the second half, they really found their form there. So good stuff out of them.
Yeah.
To end 16 and 9,
Random.
I think it was, on the Jet. Random as well tried his very best to give
23.
Logitech the win, but 7 rounds is all they got. Still pretty close. Close enough.
Yeah, definitely. They had some good game, some moments during the game for sure. I think that there's a few moments, if you were to like look at it, I think you can pinpoint. I think first of all, losing the first bonus is such a big, just gut punch. No matter what moment it is, just because you lose so much momentum, you lose so much economy in terms of just how much they're able to balloon theirs, and it just gives so much room to fight. They did recover nicely, but that is a huge one to lose, and it meant that even with their onslaught of rounds after, it developed into a 6-6 half when there was an opportunity for 7-5, 8-4 if they were able to find that even a round earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
But that is going to be us for this week of Valorant Office Showdown. 13-7 in favor of Nativz. We're good. I guess we'll see you back here next week for some more Valorants, some more games, and I have been Kurt. You have been who?
Schmergen, if I remember right.
We have Celtic on production, and that is going to be it for us. Have a good night.